Hello, everybody. Hello. Glad to see everybody from Mythic Creatures. Are you excited? Yeah. Well, so am I. I'm John Morris with the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and on behalf of our board of directors and our staff team, we wanted to get together on this day to celebrate the opening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. of Mythic Creatures. One of the biggest exhibitions to ever come to Central Illinois. It comes from the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. And we've got dragons and mermaids, and what else do we have? Unicorns! And we've got unicorns, and we've got the kraken, and we've got mythic creatures from cultures from all corners of the world. You know, in all different countries, in all different cultures, there are mythic creatures. And so here at Peoria Riverfront Museum, our job is to inspire people. And we're bringing people in to see this exhibition to be inspired by the ideas of where mythic creatures come from. Where in natural history does the idea of the mermaid come from? Where in natural history and where on earth does the idea of the unicorn come from? Well, you see that tusk right on the wall over there, that comes from the narwhal. Anybody know what a narwhal is? Look at these kids, smart kids. So, for all of us at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, we're just simply delighted to be able to bring mythic creatures to Central Illinois. We could not do it without the generous support of major sponsors who have stepped forward to help us in the cause of providing this museum to the community. The vast majority of the budget here comes from private donations, membership contributions, visionary society contributions, and anybody that gives us a grant or a sponsor. And we are very fortunate to have an exhibition today sponsored by PNC Foundation, Maui Gym, with support from RLI Corporation, Illinois Mutual, the Ruby K. Warner Charitable Trust, and our own Visionary Society members. So let's hear it for these sponsors for helping bring mythic creatures to Texas. Sponsor I mentioned, and the first one listed on the door as you come through, is PNC, and representing PNC is one of our trustees here at the museum, the regional president of PNC, Brian Ray. I'd like Brian to say a few words. Brian, thank you very much.
Thank you, John. It's really an honor to be able to come together in our community to bring an exhibit like this. PNC and the PNC Foundation really strive, as John said, to inspire youth in particular, and to inspire families. When we looked at this opportunity to be able to be such a big sponsor for the museum, as a trustee, as a resident of the community, we were so honored to be able to step up and to be able to contribute and invest, because that's what this is about. This exhibit, this museum, is about inspiring and investing in our community, in our children, and our future leaders. So thank you, John, for the opportunity to be able to step up. Thank you to the rest of the trustees on the board that I am so honored to serve with.
Thank you, Brian.
So, one of the groups that is absolutely critical to helping us bring these world-class exhibitions to Peoria and to the people of Illinois is a group we call the Visionary Society. And there are now more than 200 Visionary Society members who each give 1,000 or 2,500 or even 10,000 or more per year to help support this museum. And representing the Visionary Society today is a Visionary Society council member who is also a member of the board, was a member of the founding board of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and I'd like to introduce her to say a few words of greeting on behalf of the board and the Visionary Society. Please help me welcome just a great human being, somebody who's more committed to culture and education and inspiration for this community than anyone I think I have ever known in Peoria. Let's all welcome Sally Snyder.
First, I want to tell you, young people, don't believe everything you hear. So, anyway, I love the museum. I grew up with the museum, and I am so glad that we're able to bring this exhibit today. This is absolutely fabulous. I'm a little overwhelmed by the size of it, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm a lot taller than all of you. I know you are too, so it's a fantastic exhibit. I think we're all going to learn a lot. I know there's some of the things they're throwing out that I don't have a clue what they're talking about, so I'm anxious to be able to go through and learn too. So thank you all very much. We're very lucky to have this kind of an organization in our community, and it's going to do nothing but grow and get bigger and better, and we really thank our sponsors. Without people like PNC and Maui Jim, we could not do this bring this kind of exhibit to you. So thank you all very much, and I'm so glad to be just a little part of it. So
thank you. Well, I'd like to call forward Bill Conger, our curator, to just say 1 minute about what is in this exhibition. Bill Conger is the curator of collections and exhibitions here at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and one of our great staff members. All of you on staff at the museum, raise your hand so we can say thanks for all you do for the museum. We appreciate all your hard work. Bill, come forward and tell us about the exhibition.
Thank you, John. What an exciting day, an amazing exhibition, and I'm so excited to see so many excited young minds here today. This exhibition is going to not only pique your curiosity, it's going to make you very excited about learning. So this is an exciting exhibition that you're going to get to learn along the way. Many examples of creatures which exist in our minds in concept that come from reality. It's fun and it's factual, and ultimately it's going to be fascinating. So don't attend once. Come a number of times. It's going to take a while to absorb all these amazing animals. So without further ado, hope you enjoy the exhibition and have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. So, kids, you are the first kids in all the world to see mythic creatures at the Peoria Riverfront Museum. Okay? But before we let you go see it, I've got a couple last things to say, and then we've got 2 people that we've chosen that are going to help me. We're going to touch this magic orb that the dragon is holding, and that will activate the exhibition. And that means it's open. So before we do that, I'm going to make a couple little announcements. Number 1, and for our friends who help communicate to the public, when you are a member of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, we've got about 4,000 members, you get in free to this exhibition as many times as you want, and all year long, and to more than 300 other museums around the country. So one of the things we like to tell the public is when you come here, you can buy a ticket to come to this exhibition. But if you are a member of the museum, you not only support the museum and our mission, but you get in free over and over and over again. So consider that. The second thing I want to say is that we will carefully measure, as people come through, we'll be taking their opinion about what they feel about this exhibition and how much they feel they have learned. It's one of the things the museum does, is we really look at our outcomes. And that's very important for young people or people of any age, that the museum cares about what you feel and about what we think this museum is doing for you. So, Are we ready to dedicate and open Mythic Creatures? Okay, may well actually, hold on just a second. Before we dedicate it, hold on just a second, because I was told that I should ask for questions first before we dedicate it, because then everybody's going to go crazy. We're going to let you go see it all. Are there any questions before we dedicate it?
How significant is it that this is opening in the summer months when kids are out of school and can make it down here more easily?
Right. It's a great question. The question is, how significant is it that we're opening this family-style exhibition this summer? Our commitment actually is to do a major family exhibition every single summer. So we've got big news coming about what will be on the horizon, and we look forward to sharing that with you. But this will become a tradition of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, that every summer there'll be a great family. Grandparents could bring their kids, neighbors could bring the neighborhood, parents can bring their kids, can bring their friends. And so in addition to what we do all year long with our Every Student initiative, working with schools across the region, this summer period is going to be very important for family exhibitions at the Peoria Riverfront Museum.
How long has this been in the works? Because this seems like a pretty long time to put together. So what was the process of putting this all together?
Right, thanks for the question. How long has it been in the works? More than 2 years of planning has gone in to bring this in. It's one of the largest exhibitions that we've ever had in terms of the number of crates that came in. It comes from New York City's American Museum of Natural History in partnership with many others. It has most recently come from Grand Rapids, Michigan, where 93,000 people saw it over 6 months. It's one of the most popular exhibitions ever. And so we're looking forward to big audiences and a lot of learning, a lot of inspiration to go on. I cannot tell you how much I thank the board for investing in it, and the staff here who has worked tirelessly. They've put all of it actually installed in just since you came to town 3 weeks ago. In the last 2 weeks, this has all come together in the galleries. And isn't it beautiful? I guess I can't ask you that. You're a journalist, so I can't. But let me tell you, it is beautiful. Beautiful, yes?
What do you hope people will take away from the exhibit?
Right. Number one is what we hope they take away from every exhibition we do. We hope to inspire confidence, learning, and we hope to really unleash the full talent and genius of every individual who comes through. In this case, we're really looking to inspire learning particularly. That's the outcome. It's this critical thinking, this idea of where do ideas come from? Where do the ideas of a unicorn come from? Well, if you can understand that, whether young or old, you can begin to think more critically about many other things. So the museum really tries to spark innovation, innovation for our economy, entrepreneurship, the idea of creative thought. So that's really number one, is inspire learning. Any other questions or thoughts? Is there, let me just ask one last question. So I'm going to name 3 mythic creatures. You tell me which ones you like better. I'll tell you what the 3 are going to be. Dragons, mermaids, and unicorns. Who likes dragons the best? Okay. Who likes mermaids the best? Okay, mermaids, 3 or 4, but who likes unicorns the best? Okay, so it looks like the dragons and the unicorns are neck and neck in the process. Okay, would my volunteers please come forward?
Woo!
All right, I'm going to have you stand right here, and you stand right here. Okay, now, kids, do you know how to count down backwards? Yeah! Okay, so we're going to start with 10, and we'll count down, and when we get down to 1, then you're going to put your hand on this, and we're going to open it up, okay? You ready? 10, 9,